in this video we are going to discuss about the templates. So we have already seen the device template and the feature templates, and we have already built up the device templates for one of our data center device, that is DC-wan Dev 1. Alright, for the DC-wan we have already deployed the device. Now if I go back to my configuration and devices, and here you can see that I do have all these devices added, but the mode is CLI mode. If I scroll down, and here you see that DC-1 is also in the CLI mode, but DC2 is in the CLI mode, but DC-1 is in the vManage mode. So in order to control it remotely, we need to make sure that a device template is attached to all the devices over here. All right. So that from the vManage we can push the future configurations. So let's change those modes from CLI to vManage mode for all our devices. Now if I go back, configuration templates. Now you see that the device template which we already created for the data center one, we can use the exactly same device template. So you can just simply copy, and you can just change the name to data center 2 and 2, and that's it. Now, thing is that both of these devices are similar in case, because when we created the feature templates, we have selected for it should be compatible with CSR as well as the what do we say, the C8000 edge routers. Now, in case if you go back to feature templates now, in case in future if you have added one ISR router, so that also belongs to the iOS XE family. So in that way, you can use the existing, you see that the device model over here, it says that CSR N1000 and C8000V. So you can utilize the existing feature templates. You can click on three dots and click on change device models. By default, these two will be selected, but you can add one more that should be ISRV. So you select that one and click on OK. So now you see that you do have three devices compatible. So similarly, what are with the same family with iOS XE ones? So you can add all those devices and you can utilize the single, once you create it, you can just keep on adding the compatible models to it. So that's what I have done. So iOS XE, both of data center 1 and 2 has the same, run on the same code versions like iOS XE. Versions might be different, but it's just same platform. So that's why I have used the same, I have just copied this, what do we say, the CH8000. But there is one issue. I have renamed that one, that's okay, but it is only compatible with 8000V. So I cannot use it for CSR 1000. So even though I'm copying the device template, it is not compatible with the device. But feature templates, those are compatible. But the device template, I need to create one more, that is CSR 1000B. And now I have to select one edge node, and I will give that C edge DC2 and device template. But feature templates, I can use it, but device model is different. Feature templates are still the same. No change on that one. So let's scroll down to go to VPN 0, select that one. We do have two interfaces, that is gig 1 and gig 2. And VPN 512, we do have gig 8. And that's all for now. We just create. So now the intention of this lab is that all the devices should be in a vManage mode now. So my device template is ready. So let's go ahead and attach those devices. I should have DC2, attach, and now it is asking you for the values. So gigabyte 8, I think have given 51 for this one, 150.1.7.51/24. Gig 2 is MPLS 128.168.100.102/24, that is MPLS is the color. Gig 1 is business internet 220.100.1.102/24. This is business internet, and the time zone for the data center 2 is Australia, Melbourne. So scroll down to Australia and Melbourne. Hostname will be DC2, system IP will be 100.0.0.102, and site ID will be 102, and click on update. So click on next and configure. So we are now pushing the template to the data center 2. Now coming back to the branch 1, 2 and 3, they are single devices on the branches and they have the same similar setup, as well as the branch 2 also has the similar interfaces connected to the internet as well as to the service VPN on the LAN side also. But the only thing is that we will create a separate device template for branch 2, and branch 1, 3 and 4 should have the same template. So let's go and create it. So let's go to the configuration templates, feature templates. Now we are dealing with the V edges. So we have to create a new one, that is add a template, V edge cloud. And now I will select system. I will give a name V edge SYS. And here it should be device specific always because we are using for multiple devices. System IP. Again, time zone will be according to the topology. Host name and console band, just keep it default, and that's all we need. So click on save. So system is done. So let's go ahead and create the vEdge VPN one. So VPN, select that one. So always create the VPN 512 first. So vEdge VPN, and here 512. And I don't want to advertise any routes, no default routes, nothing. So click on save. And now you can just copy the VPN 512 to VPN 0 and copy. So once copied, let's go ahead and edit. And here I will change the VPN number, and I also can provide the name that is like a transport. It's up to you if you want to give every VPN 0 on every different branches a different name. So go with the specific one. I will just go with the global, that's fine. And again with the management also you can do it like management, but just an option. But in VPN 0 I do have two default gateway. One is for internet, one is for the business MPLS. So I will go to IPv4, click on new IPv4. Prefix will be the same, that is default gateway. But next hop I will be having two of them. Now again I'm going with the global, but in the real time it will be device specific. So that should be 200, 220.100.1.254, and that should be 172.168.100.254. Click on add, and update. So my system VPN 512 and 0 is ready. Now it's time for the interfaces, that is select VH Cloud. We will go with VPN interface Ethernet. So you do have different interfaces, but we are interested in this one, Ethernet interface. So first I will create the ETH0, that will be the management. So we'll do a no shut and we will write ETH0. Be careful with here, it should be lowercase letter, always. No uppercase letter. And the VPN, we will say that VH ETH0 IP address. That's it. We are not tunneling the management, so click on save. So let's copy the same ETH0 template and we will make it as a gig0/0 template. And click on copy. And let's go and edit that gig0/0. Again, lowercase letter, be careful with the interface name, it should be exactly on your devices. should be device specific, gig 0/0. And now this interface will be the tunneling. So let's click on tunnel. It should be tunnel on. And we want the color that should be device specific color. And we want to allow services, click on. We want to allow net config for the vmanage mode, SSH for the SSH connection. Click on update. Now I will do the same thing. I will just copy the gig 0/0 again for gig 0/1 and copy. And I will click on edit. And I will change the interface name to gig 0/1 and I will also make this one as a static 0/1. Scroll down to the color and we just make these changes and that's it. So at this moment what we configured, basically everything is ready. The system, VPN 5.12.0 and 3 interfaces. So we are ready to go ahead and deploy the device template. So first I will deploy the 1, 3 and 4. Alright, so we will create the branch 1, 3 and 4 together and branch 2 as separate branch device template. So let's go ahead and create a template from the feature template and we will select VH Cloud. And here we will select SD-wan Edge and we will say that VH branch 1, 3 and 4 device template. Select the system one, scroll down, we will have the VPN 0. We do have two interfaces, we select two of them, gig 0/0, 0/1. VPN 512, we have one interfaces that is gig ETH0 and create. So my branch 1, 3 and 4 is ready. So let's go ahead and attach it. Select branch 1, 3 and 4. Click on attach. Now it should ask us the values. So let's go to the branch 1 first. It should be 150.1.7.31/24. Gig 0/1 is MPLS 172.168.100.201/24 MPLS and 220.100.1.201/24, that is business. Time zone for branch 1 is Brussels. It's in Europe. So we scroll down to Europe and we will look for Brussels. Next hostname will be branch 1, system IP will be 100.0.0.201, site ID will be 201. Click on update. Next will be ETH0 for branch 2, 150, sorry, branch 3, 150.1.7.33/24, 172.168.100.203/24, MPLS 220.100.1.203/24, business internet, and the branch 3 is in time zone Australia and Perth. So we will scroll down to Australia and we will select the Perth. Host name will be branch 3, system IP will be 100.0.203 and 203. Finally for branch 4 that should be 150.1.7.34/24, 172.168.100.204/24, MPLS 220.100.1.204/24, business internet, and the time zone for branch 4 is Brisbane, Australia, Brisbane. Hostname will be branch 4, system IP will be 100.0.204 and site ID will be 204. Click on update, click on next. If you want to see the CLI template, click on here. So what we have done, it will be translated to CLI and push it to the device. So this is the one which we already configured via the CLI. Again, we are pushing the same configuration. So click on configure. So it is asking you the confirmation because you're pushing more than one device. So click on confirm and click on OK. Now if you go back to the task manager, the previous one for the data center 2, which we pushed, it is successful. So it successfully pushes to data center 2. That's all good. Now let's go back to the configuration template. The branch 2 is left now. Now, since branch 2 and all other branches 1, 3, and 4 are in the same model, now I can go ahead and copy, and I will just change it to branch 2, device 1 and 2, simply. So if it is the same model, I can utilize that same template. And now I simply, what I do, just go to the attached devices and select branch 1, device 1 and device 2 and click on attach simply. That's it. So click on edit device. This one is branch to device 1, that is 150.1.7.32/24. That is 172.168.100.202/24. That is MPLS 220.100.1.20/24 business internet, and time zone for branch 2 is Paris. Uh, so we'll go back to the Europe once again, and it should be Paris in Europe. Paris. Hostname will be branch to device 1 and system IP will be 100.0.202. Site ID will be 202. Similarly with the branch 2, that should be 150.1.7.42/24 and 172.168.100.212/24. MPLS 220.100.1.212/24 business internet. That should be Europe and Paris. And hostname will be branch to device 2, system IP will be 100.0.212. 202 is the site. So site can be the same but not the system IP always. And the device name. Click on update, click on next, configure, confirm it, OK. Now if I go back to task manager, it is only running one task. That means previously pushed 3 templates. So it has successfully pushed that one. Now let's go back to the active task, and you see that it's currently pushing for the branch to device 1 and device 2. Okay, so let this be pushed. So it's seeing this one is device is online. That's good. So now once this has been pushed, my all the branch devices including data center 1 and data center 2 are now in a vManage mode. So that means we will lose access to the CLI on the device itself. So all of them are successful. Let's go back to the dashboard and VPN, and you see that all the 8 devices are up including the vSmart. So we don't worry about the vSmart now. So 7 devices, all of them are up. That's good. Now let's go to the branch 1 now. If I say that config t VPN, I will create a new VPN, exit and commit. You see that? About it, system is vManage. This device is being managed by vManage. So configuration through the CLI is not allowed now. Alright, so you will lose access to the CLI. So in order to gain this access then you just disconnect the cable, and after 2 minutes it will give you access to configure via the CLI. But now my vManage is in control of what do we say? My vManage is in controlling all the branch devices now, because if I go back to my configuration devices, and I should see now all of them are in the vManage mode now. Right, so now we are ready to push the feature configuration later on the videos, but currently vManage is the one who is going to manage all our fabric. So I hope this was informative for you, and thank you.